Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Headspace Podcast. This is the show where we go through new rap albums and we talk about them track by track, giving you our thoughts and our opinions. And today, this very episode, we will be talking about somebody I never, ever fathomed I'd be talking about for real.
What are you doing?
My name is Holden Stephan Roy.
My name is Chris Chrome.
And today we're going to be talking about Chief Keef GloToven. Now, you may have noticed this loop that is flashing on the fucking screen. I hope it was visible. And I left it up to show you that this is redundant as fuck. So I was playing the album on my phone earlier, and I realized that it's just this shit looping. It just loops, and it's the same shit, the same clip. I don't even know. There's not even a music video for this song, so I was just fucking confused. Anyway, that's the type of show this is, where I show you shit on a phone. That's on Spotify. I want to ask a question. By the way, you can check the description of this video to see when we start talking about stuff, but who on earth told Spotify that this was what we wanted? Is that what the people want? Did you like it? Were you like, it kept catching my attention, but I was so bored. It was like, this is fucking terrible, and I had to not look at it.
So, it happened on one song. I kind of was just like listening to a playlist on Spotify, and then I look at my phone and boom, there's like visuals. At first I thought it was cool. I thought it was a pretty interesting little thing. It gives you some visuals. You can kind of see who the rapper is. You can kind of, maybe it's like their hit single or whatever it is. So that's cool. But then I realized that because it's on a loop and it's not even like a long enough loop, it's
like fucking the entire thing is like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like the album cover kind of, and then that fucking clip where it could be like one of those other videos, like Fanato or one of those songs.
Well, it's two people. I think it's Tato and
it's Keef.
No, it's
not even Keef.
I think the dude with the blunt is Tato.
I don't know who Tato is.
One of his friends. I think it's Tato. It could be Keef. But I think it's Tato.
Yeah. And
the other one is Frito, or whatever his name is.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I know who these people are now. That's fair. Anyway, that's okay. It's not so much what was in the video. It was what the fuck is this feature? Okay, what is this feature and why does it exist?
It's cool when it's but hold on. I've seen it on some albums where one song has it. And I'm like, okay, I get that one song. Maybe it's the single. Maybe it's this. But I agree with you that having it on every track.
Are you serious? It used to show me lyrics and facts. Now it's just like...
Well, you can go to settings and change it.
But what is this? I just don't understand the feature. I mean, maybe this is appealing, but if that's appealing to the people, that scares me.
You know what it is? It's nice to have something to look at when you're looking at your phone.
I guess. I mean, people... Anyway. So yeah, that's what we're going to do here. We talk about stuff. We are not professionals by any means. We just started reviewing, and then we kept reviewing, and now we're still reviewing, and look at that. So feel free to leave some comments, because to us it's like a conversation, and there's a good chance that y'all love Sosa more than I know much about Sosa. So y'all have a good, deeper insight and shit. And I definitely want to hear what y'all have to think. And I pinky swear promise that if you do make that effort to leave us a comment, I will answer you. But yeah, that's about it. That's what we do here. We just kind of discuss the albums and just whatever strikes out to us. And then we like to talk to you after. Before we jump into it, though, I guess we'll give a quick shout out to the patrons: Ismail Gadamsi, Chris Prado, Super Old School 1994, Linda Williams, Carl, and we'll talk a bit about that at the end. But yeah, why don't we get into it? This is the part of the show where we like to contextualize how familiar we are with the artists that we talk about. Because if you've been a fan of Chief Keef for like the last decade or so, you're going to feel differently about a GloToven than, say, somebody like me who didn't really listen to Chief Keef much over the last 10 years of my life. So, Chris, why don't you tell us about your experiences with Chief Keef to this point?
I mean, I discovered Chief Keef when Love Sosa came out. And then Don't Like was like the summer banger. And then there was like a few of the Chief Keef songs he would do with Lil Reese back around the same time when Love Sosa and I Don't Like were like the biggest bangers of the world. But then I kind of just realized for myself that Chief Keef is hype music, and
It's pretty hype music.
like it's hype. It's hype as all can be, but I didn't really find much in Chief Keef for myself, so I kind of hopped off. Then I slightly noticed that he kind of went dark for a bit, or maybe that's just me not paying attention. But to me, it kind of felt like he went off the grid a little bit. Maybe he went to jail or something. I heard all sorts of different things. And now we have GloToven, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about this.
All right, so for me, Chief Keef came out at a time when I was a big hater about certain things that maybe didn't appeal to my particular views of the world. So I was definitely a hater. I think an old head and a vengeful hoe would be a good way to describe my behavior at the time. See what I did there? That's an album. That's a song on this very album. Anyway, so I was like, I just thought it was stupid. I made fun of Chief Keef a lot back in the day. I thought it was fucking dumb. I thought it was trash. I thought nobody would like it. And that was stupid of me because I was wrong. I didn't really understand what drill music was. I didn't really understand hip-hop. I didn't really understand trap. I didn't really understand any of that shit. Now that I understand a lot more than I did, and looking at his incredible life, because I want to do a little bit on this intro bit. I want to first of all point out that the guy has released 38 or 37 projects or something like that. 37 or 8 projects between studio albums and mixtapes and shit. I just kind of counted it off of Wikipedia. GloToven would be his 38th. And he's 23. He's fucking 23 years old. And has released more albums, whether or not they were a studio or mixtape, than like everyone. And I'm going, holy shit, that's a discography. Like,
I think that's something to talk about, though.
I mean, no, that is something. That's why I'm talking about it now. Because let's talk about work ethic. Say what you will, but he was on house arrest, and he made a bunch of shit, and he did something with that, which is extraordinary compared to what most people might do with that situation. He pioneered. See, I never really listened to him, but then I put on Finito, I think it is, that I'm gonna go, brother, hit a fucking, that song's fucking wicked. That's become my song of the week. I listened to I Don't Like a lot, and I realized I'm not a big fan of snitch people either. That's that shit I don't like. You know, Reggie's pretty bad. You know, like, these were things where I'm like, you know what, Mr. Chief Keef, I'm agreeing with you. That's that shit I don't like. But what I realized is I've been on this kind of people like to hate point of view where, I mean, I talk to music fans a lot in the comments, and music fans are a very passionate group of people. That includes both of us, me and you watching this, and Chris too. So all of us. And we often have camps that we are a big part of, and based on our lifestyles. So I say that because a lot of people would call this kind of stuff mumble rap. And then I realized I understand every fucking word he's saying. It's super clear to me. There were parts, like lines here and there, where he might mumble a little tricky part here and there, but most of it he delivers clearly to me.
But we've also...
Anyway, so I just wanted to point out that I don't believe he mumbles. I think he just has this accent or this slang or this way of speaking that to me sounds really coded. Like, he doesn't necessarily want you to understand him. You gotta listen.
It's the same conversation we had when we were speaking about Little Uzi. At first, like, a lot of the problem I had with Uzi was the fact that he kind of used like the auto-tune type of whiny little voice thing that he does. And you mentioned something after, it was like it was a type of cadence, it was this type of emotion, this type of feel that he's trying to give off, this type of presentation, right? And I think understanding that, and then kind of diving into like the Little Yachties and the other ones that we would consider mumble rap, and learning the whole trap thing, coming to Chief Keef, which is, and I know it's weird because Chief is like,
well,
I could say a pioneer of all these kids,
let's be real. Like, half the shit you're gonna see now, the bang bang bangs, all that shit. Like, apparently Chief Keef is the dude that is like the dude that started a lot of this shit. Like, I mean,
But I think-
I've heard him come up a lot in conversations about his significance on hip hop in the last couple of years. But when I was listening to him and realizing he's basically just done the same thing forever, like he's kind of always just sounded like this. But when you realize now, how many people have jacked this dude's style? I'm talking local rappers that I've seen perform live. I'm talking names that we've even reviewed. I'm saying so many people are influenced by this guy and he's only 23. So like imagine when he's like 45 and he's like wise as fuck and he's still doing it. And he'll have a discography of like 123 albums or some shit. Like, that's actually a possibility that Chief Keef releases 100 albums in my
I'll
lifetime.
pay him his respects and I'll give him his credit. But the whole conversation I want to have with the discography is, yeah, it's cool you have 38 projects. I think it's because my lack of understanding drill music or lack of understanding his greatness, but at any point, do you say anything different?
Yeah, this whole album. All sorts of songs were saying different things. I don't know. But let's be real.
I don't know.
Let's be real. Let's be honest with the audience, Chris. Sometimes, do you feel that songs are all saying the same things and then you find I'm finding all these differences in them?
I do.
Just to throw it out there. I'm going to say that Chief Keef understands what he does, and he does it a la Max.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as his bars go, I don't know. I just picture this is a guy who wakes up in the morning, spits a fucking track or 8, and goes about his day. And wakes up the next, gets home, spits another 2. I mean, he doesn't probably think very deeply. It all sounds like he's just kind of freestyling it out. Like just some off the dome, didn't even really write it down. Like he was having a bad day, and he's like, you know what? Oh, bitch. That's that shit I don't like.
I mean,
And,
you can respect that. Like Wheezy did it. Wheezy does that, and he goes into the booth, just listens to the beats, spits it, and there we go. Like
the thing is anyway, we'll talk about what he does as he raps as we go through this project, because I think my feelings are the same about on most of the tracks I've heard. Off the jump, I totally don't necessarily think he's the most dopest lyricist in terms of like what I would call the higher end of the linguistic spectrum. And I don't mean that in like a shitty kind of way. I mean it more of like a historical point of view where like there'd be like highbrow English and lowbrow English, which would be more of the urban vernaculars, as we'll call it, just in more traditional. So like shit that sounds like a university professor spits in a rhyme form is going to appeal to me personally more than say the brevity employed by a Chief Keef. However, I'm kind of glad I only reviewed Chief Keef for the first time this far into reviewing, because I would have sounded so dumb talking about him at first. Anyway, let's talk about this project, because I feel like throughout the course of the project I'll describe more of my feelings about him as a rapper. I just have to start this off by giving him his absolute credit, and then one more little point. From a music creation point of view, something I've learned over the last couple of years in my studies of music and shit is people make music for context. So classical music is designed for a certain size room and a certain environment, and certain classical music is designed for noise and understanding people will make noise, and others are for pure quiet pin drop shit. In the same way that a movie, you're supposed to turn off your phone and be quiet so you can fully experience it, or in the theater, or just environments create different kind of arts. So Chief Keef here, in my opinion, is just making music for a certain environment and a certain time of day and a certain thing. It is definitely not, I guess, sit in your room doing nothing music, I would say. It's not, you're not like philosophizing to Chief Keef is my
trying to soul search.
But you might come off in a certain thing. You might be in certain moments, or let's say you're at the gym. Now maybe you want to listen to some Chief Keef. Maybe you're on a bicycle and you're cruising up the streets and people cut you off, and that's that shit I don't like. It's got a vibe to it. And I just wanted to throw that out there. The second thing is drugs are a big part of music. Whether it's alcohol and certain music, and I know not everyone subscribes to the idea that all music, you need to be high to hear a song, it's a good or a bad. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that certain music is conceived based off of the kind of drugs the artist is on. is more where I'm going with this. Like the 70s, when a lot of people were doing acid, did a lot of prog rock, you know, or cocaine in the 80s had a lot of certain things happen. Or you see a lot of the indie rap guys who do coke all rap fast, you know, like or try to go, you know, you don't get a lot of slow rapping coke users these days. Some do, but like just the people who brag about coke that we've come across on this channel, or like the weed guys will have a certain flair to them, and it's like depending on the drugs you do or the painkiller leany shit, he's double cupping on the cover. So I'm going to assume that these guys might like lean or some kind of shit like that. And given the sounds that they produce, it has that slower haziness to it and shit where, you know, I'm not going to say I have a lot of experience with some shit, but it makes sense. Based on your intoxicants and what you're doing, you're going to create music that is almost amplified by the certain high that you're on. So if you don't do painkillers, or if you're a sober, if the hardest thing you've ever done is smoked a blunt and drank, you might not relate to the total experience of what Chief Keef is going for. Is I wanted to just throw that out there as a kind of something to think about preface, and you can disagree with me. You can throw whatever you want into those comments. But this is what I believed, and this is the mindset I put in going into it, is that I don't really believe Chief Keef was sober people music. Anyway, that cover is just sparkly and whatever. It's like the fucking starfish drinking some lean, and it's got starry eyes, and then it's itself kind of all in the background with a piano. And I hate the cover. I think it's messy. I think it's fucking whatever. I don't like the cover very much. GloToven. Glow Gang, Chief Keef's side. Zaytoven. GloToven. That is a fine cover. Whatever, that title is just what it is. It's a Chief Keef album where the music is produced by Zaytoven.
It really just kind of, but I guess
like
the
the
cover.
cover.
Well, Beethoven, piano, classic, Zaytoven.
Sure.
Chief Keef. Yeah, it works. I like the cover.
That's fine.
I just like the colors, really. I don't think that, like, honestly, this could have just been a square with, like, these colored lines, and I would have still liked it. I think that's really what it is. I mean, it's a cute little design. It's whatever, but it's not. It's very Mario-esque, I find.
It looks like it would be good merch.
But, yeah, that's what it is. Like, I'd wear this as a sweater. I'd put this on a hat or whatnot. But I don't know if I'm really going to, like, remember this album cover so much in detail.
I already forgot the album cover the second I look at the camera. That's why I had to stare at it while I was talking about it. It's fucking... There's a cross in the middle of the eyes. Anyway.
Yeah, he's got a... Well, does Chief Keef have a cross on his
There
forehead?
are 12 songs on this project. I'd rather talk about
There's
those
two
songs.
projects, eh?
What?
Yeah.
There's another one?
Well, no, hold on. So I don't want to scare anybody, but on Spotify, if you go to the 12-length project, and it's like 30-something minutes long, and this is on your computer, there's one that's right under it. It says one more release. I clicked it. It was GloToven, but this one, it was 9 tracks and 27 minutes long or something like that.
What?
So I think we're doing, the original but then I Googled it, and GloToven's original track list is 12. But there seems to be a short little play thing on Spotify for just 9.
All right, so let's talk about... Well, how about one of you in the comments clear that up if you know, and then everyone else in the comments who reads it, because y'all check the comments. Y'all going to learn from that. In the meantime, fuck Chief Keef, third person.
She wanna sniff a slow.
This shit is punk as fuck. What I mean is... You know how rappers like to say things like they don't give a fuck while telling you a lot of clues as to how much fucks they give?
Right.
That's like a lot of the mainstream.
Right.
Makes sense that we don't hear a lot about Chief Keef. And I'm going to say that because this dude is raw. When I say raw, I mean, it's like, I don't think he even cares if the songs are perceived as sounding good or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's trying to write like the dopest shit in the world. I think he just knows he's dope, so he just spits some shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. From a lyrical point of view, I'm gonna just break down the first lyrics here.
Okay.
I got itchy palms. I just left Saint Laurent. I work in Ville Saint Laurent. Just fun fact. It has nothing to do with Yves Saint Laurent, but Ville Saint Laurent is a place in Montreal.
Saint Laurent Street.
Running up the guap. Okay, so he wants more. I think, or itchy palms. Isn't that a masturbating thing?
No, itchy palms is supposed to be like a weird inclination that you're either going to be giving money or you're going to be receiving money.
It also means you jack off a lot. I just left Saint Laurent. That's clear. He bought some expensive shit. He's running up to Guap, so he's making some money. Then comes a line I really like. So, I mean, the other 3 lines are probably actually his life. And he's 23, and he's fucking loaded, so whatever. That's fine. What I am, I am. What I'm not, I'm not. I was like, okay. So something about that showed me that Chief Keef is a dude who is very comfortable with who he is. And it's not about being grandiose or whatever. It's just he knows who he is and what he's not. You know, it's simple, but it sounds very honest and very real to me. Life is fabulous. It's the crack of dawn. Act real low. I put that shit on folks. This tension let me know. I keep shit a C note. Fuck Chief Keef, he broke. Mike Leopold 3-0. And then I realized third person. I think this is a song where he's kind of describing what people say about him versus how he sees himself, kind of simultaneously.
Yep.
So first of all, there's an actual concept that he sticks to. Like, it's kind of all over, but he sticks to the general theme of himself, and he's comfortable with shit. I can send you home. That Uber won't be long. She want to sniff a slope. She walk around with coke. Had F's on my report card. Now I got F's on my coat.
Before that, I actually have a thing about that. It also kind of goes to show with that line. He goes, "Baby, suck it slow.
Oh, yeah.
If you're
That's
tired, let me know. I'll send you home.
It's very considerate.
Uber will take slow." Like,
like you have the choice of giving him a proper, slow, you know, about him blowjob, not like you're trying to get it done quick. Because sometimes they try to get it done quick, and you can tell. And then, you know, he's like, well, if not, you know, go home, but instead she prefers to do a line and suck it for him slow, which it's so out of nowhere. It's like, baby, suck it for me slow. He's just talking about a fucking gun and how he's broke, and I'm just like, fucking Chief Keef, this is fantastic. He just doesn't care. Then he said something I had to ask the internet a question about. He goes, "Shawty bouncing that ass, I think she want me to smack it." Whatever. That H3 ain't fucking around with these faggies. I mean, whatever. I don't know if we're supposed to say faggies right now. I'm going to gloss over that. Is he talking about H3 Productions? Nah, there's no way he's talking about H3. Is he? Nah.
Well, and H3 is also like the 3rd generation of Hummer.
Oh.
So H3 could be that, but I mean...
Is it a person in Chicago?
I wouldn't. Or 300. He used to be associated with the group 300, or at least he knows people from 300. So H3, Hana 3, or whatever. So
I also like when he goes, "Fuck Chief Keef, he a hoe." That's a good line. I like how he's just so self-deprecating with it. He's just so fine with it.
Not just that. I've heard a lot of people when Chief Keef was starting that they were calling him a hoe, and I couldn't even realize why. Like,
I talked a lot of shit about Chief Keef. Either way, so now I'm sitting here, and I remember putting this on and not knowing what I was going to be getting myself into. And then I realized I love his energy. I relate to his energy. Fuck what you think. I mean, in general, if you think my show is trash, that's okay. I mean, if you want to talk shit about me, that's cool. I feel like Chief Keef appeals to that punk ass, fuck the system. Like, it's that shit you put on when you want to feel rebellious. So I could just picture how, on top of the people maybe in the streets who can relate to the more literal aspects of his life, the Chief Keef did real well with a lot of ladies who want to feel gangsta in their car. A friend of mine who will go unnamed, I watch her in the car and she puts on gangsta ass rap and spits it with the whole hand motion, and I'm like, holy shit, that's who gives Chief Keef the money. He's like more and she's a little bit suburban out there in the burbs, and I realize suburban moms love this shit.
What?
I'm not even making it up. There's a large group of suburban like mom types.
But like when you say mom types, you talking like my mom's age, or
No.
like
the people our age are moms now.
Okay, yes.
Like, there are moms our age, so you got all these people in their, like, cars doing groceries, like, "Fuck Chief Keef, you hoe, suck it for me slow," and you're like, girl, you spitting that hard shit right now. And I thought it was really funny, like this she put on Currency. I'm like,
Sin.
you know, like, you're like, okay. And you realize, because I don't know any guys listening to this shit, I know a couple, but mostly, like, I don't know many. It's girls. I know all these girls that love fucking Chief Keef. Both literally,
But
and they
he-
fucking
he-
love him.
but he
So they
also
love
makes,
fucking
like-
him, and they like his music a lot. I'm just, because, like, here's the thing. As a person, like, I'm very curious about, like, the demographic splits between this type of shit.
Right.
And I realize he's got this unapologetic, he literally gives no fucks. He is what the girls would call a bad boy. And I'm like, no shit. I get it, man. It's like he's so self-aware and he just hits it unapologetically. The beat changes so much in this song. It's pretty good. I'm giving it a 4.3. Like, it's hard to say I love it. It's no I'm a gorilla in a coop type shit, but it's pretty fucking dope. Chris is like, oh fuck, it's gonna be one of these reviews.
Fuck, man. I like the song. I gave it a 4. It is good. The production, Zaytoven produces well.
Oh,
So
before we move on,
I'm
I'll
just
come to
gonna
that.
state this right now. Every song on this album is produced really well. Zaytoven has that ability. I'm going to say that now. Following that, the song is aight, to be real with you. Overall, the song is aight. And the reason being is because, yes, I get it, Chief Keef, you are hype. It's good. You've got your proper cadence on this. You're not giving a fuck. You're doing what you're doing, but that's not what I'm into. And
That's fine.
that's really just it. I gave
Fuck
it a
Chris
4.
Chrome here, ho!
Yeah, it might be. But I gave it a 4. It is good. And you know what? I'm not even going to say that like Chief Keef can't rap. Chief Keef can rap. And I've always
He's
respected
actually
him
really tight
for
rhythmically,
being
guys.
able to rap.
Like, no bullshit. He's clear and he's rhythmically tight. Okay, I'm throwing it out there.
No, he is. He is. And I think, and that's what I was saying earlier when it came to like the mumble rappers and all this stuff. It's like when Chief Keef came out, you know, maybe that's where like mumble rap started, let's say, right? But me at that age, when it came out, I wasn't thinking this was mumble rap. I heard every single word he said. It was only until the later projects and until like the mumble rap group started to come that I was like, oh, now this is who started what. But you're really starting to see like it's a variation. There's been changes, and he really kind of like set this new wave. So
Can we talk about Zaytoven for a second?
of course,
So,
no,
His-
we're not allowed to.
his production is really good, but I fucking can't stand Zaytoven right now.
Why?
That's my feelings after this album. The album is called GloToven, okay? And it's Chief Keef and Zaytoven collaborating, like as official artists and shit together, like
like
you know,
Starface,
yeah, like all of that shit.
right?
Why does literally every song have the Zaytoven tag on that shit, making it sound like a cheap ass mixtape?
Okay, so I have a response, whether it makes sense or not, but everyone has their tag,
But-
right? Like, hold on. So, as much as we've had this discussion 1,000 times, Tech Nine goes cricket die, right? And he has his thing.
Look. It's just,
But-
I understand why you'd put a tag when like the rapper is like with a whole bunch of other artists on the album, and so maybe it's your only song, like the only Zaytoven. There's one Zaytoven beat on the album, and so you make a deal with the rapper. Yo, leave my tag on it, and then okay, it makes sense because it's the only Zaytoven beat on that album, and whatever. But like, you know, it's Zaytoven.
No, but it's his thing. Like it's his thing. It's just like if Young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
But like, if Metro Boomin does an album with somebody and puts that tag on every single song,
I wouldn't be surprised. If
I'd
he
still be
did.
calling him out like a fuck. What's going on? Like, to me, it just like, look, this song is cool, but like, what's the first thing you hear?
Here's
Zaytoven.
my question.
Okay, fine. So
Here-
for the
here's my
first one,
question.
fine. But why all of them?
Here's my question.
All of them.
Here's my question. You're on a playlist now. Any of these 12 tracks could show up.
Bro, I just
So it's a way to
cheap.
solidify who
It's
they
just-
are.
It's just.
So it's like, okay.
Is this what so it's basically what we're doing now is we're gonna be like NASCAR, like fucking cars in our songs, and you're gonna like get tagged. So in the background, in the future of music, it'll be like you'll be playing this song, and it'll be like PepsiCo, and like, why not, right? Just sell that shit out a little bit.
Okay,
just
so
ruin
then
your
let me,
fucking
hold on,
song
hold on.
a
Let
little
me
bit
just
more.
spin another thing to you then. What difference is going PepsiCo different than when you're like Ric Flair drip. Woo!
So I will answer that question.
I
Because
picked the wrong ad lib, but fuck.
no, but like all of those things, right? The ad libs, that's like the rapper and shit like adding to the song. But
But it's
there's
promotion. Like,
it's not. It's not.
is.
That's ad libs.
Right, it is ad libs, but you're gonna sit. Okay, so.
But
you're
that
gonna tell
even
me-
the pun of Ric Flair, whatever, that's a cultural reference. That's not the same thing. That's part of like whatever. We're talking about producer tags,
No,
not ad libs and
I
puns.
understand we're talking about producer tags, but I'm saying that you made a comment about like the PepsiCo, right?
I meant like, why don't we just sell fucking ad space in your hit single for like, you know, yo Pepsi, give me $100,000 and. Kodak did that shit with Pitbull. Me not working right. Yeah, right. Picture that with a Kodak. You think he didn't fucking? They paid him to say that
No,
shit.
of course, and I know and I
It
get
just
that.
cheapens the
But
song.
it's like if you were to just even go like drinking this mixed Red Bull with Henny, it's like you're still giving Red Bull that promotion
Yeah,
whether
but
or not you're.
Look, if I choose to give Red Bull promotion like that, sure, and it sounds like it fits into the song,
Right.
okay. I'm saying that the random ads, because it's every song at some point.
And I
in
agree
it,
that on an album it gets annoying,
And
but
it's
like,
just-
I do think
it's
that
like-
if you're listening to a playlist, it makes sense. It's like
But-
you don't even know what track
but
you're about to listen to.
But they made the group album. Is all I'm trying to say. Like, okay, put it on 4 of them. Fine. Be like that. Remind us, like, Gangsta Grizzly. Like, remind us. But, like, let a little bit play. Like, no, every fucking song. And I feel like Zaytoven didn't have to do that. Now, maybe it's showing love, but every time I hear that tag, Zaytoven, I hate him more. His beats aren't good enough to justify my dislike of his tag placement, okay? And I'm sorry, if y'all think this is cool, let me know in the comments. Like, I'm open-minded. If you can give me a compelling case why, outside of it's good for playlists, that this album should be compromised a little bit, that's just, I'm not sold on that
No,
reasoning.
and I agree. I'm just saying, like, I had a theory, and whether it was valid
Anyway.
or not, like.
I think Chief Keef impressed the fuck out of me. Like I said it on Facebook and Twitter, I became a Chief Keef fan when I first heard this project. I became a fan of this guy. I also simultaneously, the more I listen to this project, like Zaytoven less and less and less, just because his fucking tag pisses me off. Like, you know what's a good tag? If you're a Metro, don't trust it, I'm gonna shoot you. Hey, that's not took it. You know, anytime, any one of them that it comes up on is fucking dope. Because it's a good tag, and it sounds like it's fucking lyrics to like anything.
Okay, no. You just said if Metro Boomin put
On
that.
every song it would be lame, but at
Right.
least it's a good tag that hypes you up because it sounds like a hype fucking tag.
Can we just move on to the next track? I'm done with this.
All right, old heads and regretful hoes. That
Oh crap!
I know the ops so mad they put a bullet in it. Shit, I got you, couldn't get it. Granny worked for that money.
there are 2 things I learned. I know he has good dope, and I know he smokes good dope. Look, if I listen to the lyrics to this song and try to go in on that normal lyrical shit, I'm gonna have to laugh at it a bit. It's kind of ridiculous to
hold
me.
on, wait. The only lyrical
But it's not
thing-
that bad. It's really not. Like, they thought he was going to be in this shit forever, you know? A lot of the hosts, yeah, they want your DM, want your name, yeah. That's the same shit everyone else is talking about. Chief Keef has relatable problems.
Right.
But that old head on the block thought he's going to be in this shit forever. It's interesting, right? Because the people talking shit about the youth, fuck, he's 23, is all these old heads. The same. Look, I know a lot of my audience here. I know a lot of y'all might fall into that old head, so no disrespect intended. But a lot of old head, they tend to just be kind of like, yo, I listen to what I listen to, and that's what I listen to, and everything else is not good. And I personally am not a huge fan of that mentality because it kind of closes you off to why a dude like Chief Keef actually is good compared to all the Lils. Anyway, so he comes in and I feel like he says a lot of the same shit that other rappers talk about, only simpler. Like
Okay.
real simple. Like lemon tree in the front yard. I don't know why, but I'm gonna make some lead. Feel like Ice Cube. Getting head. She ate that shit up before we made it to the bed. I don't fuck with Fed. Don't come at me trying to get a hit. I'll still pop like a zit. That makes sense. What do you do to zits? Side note, are you the type of people that likes having zits popped? Or are you the type of people that, like me, get freaked out when girls get that lustful look in their eyes and try to pop zits on you? I digress. Curious question of real life. So yeah, then that
Didn't you make a Twitter post about this?
I definitely have. It's fucking creepy. And Bonnie's one of those fucking thirsty, lustful fucking people that want to pop your pimples, and it's creepy as shit to me. Anyway, so then he goes ahead and he does his hook, which is really a little bit long, but at the same time, it's that energy. If you are vibing out, let's pretend that, because it's all legal and safe, you have drank in far too much alcohol, and the world is a little bit blurry right now. And you was on the wall at the club, and you know we got good dope. We got good dope, or whatever, and you just kind of sitting there bobbling a bit, spitting this chorus. You're going to have a good time. It's going to feel nice.
All that makes me want to do, if I'm blurry drunk in a club, and they're going, yeah, I got good dope. Yeah, I smoke good dope.
You want to go smoke dope?
I'm going to go smoke dope. I'm going to go and try to regulate my brain and not be blurry no more.
And then you'll be listening to this song, vibing, and it's going to be a good time. And you'll have a little senorita come up to you.
No.
No. Let's talk about Lil Pump.
Senorita. No, please don't.
Chris, I have a confession to make.
Oh, fuck. I hate this. I quit.
So at one point, I got curious about something. Rappers getting head on Pornhub. And I went down the rabbit hole of Lil Pump blowjob videos.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, you I think you told me this. Who else got it? Oh, Boot Gang.
Yes, because that's what happened. So I heard about Boot Gang, and he passed out on Adam 22, and then I started watching Boot Gang getting his dick sucked on Instagram on Pornhub, and I was like, damn. Okay, but then I was looking at Lil Pump, and there's a lot of videos of Lil Pump getting his dick sucked. And then I was thinking about this story of Adam 22, and he was talking about, like, he was with this girl, and she's like, I never suck Lil Pump's dick. And then he walks in, and he's like, hey, you want to suck my dick? And she just went to the room and did it. And I realized Lil Pump's entire life is walking into places, getting high, and getting his dick sucked. And he has apparently, like, the Smoke Perp, the other one, I think it's Smoke Perp is his friend.
Well, yes.
Has something like a terabyte's worth of videos of Lil Pump getting head, just because he walks around and filming shit, and he's just always getting head. And I'm like, I mean, if that's his whole life.
Can somebody explain that to me?
Because he's fun. You know all about being fun. That's your whole game plan with girls. He's fun.
I mean,
and he's cute.
But like,
you might not find him attractive, but he's a cute, fun guy with a lot of money.
Where is it? This is my question. Okay, I will never suck Lil Pump's dick. Yo,
okay.
You want to come in and blow me?
Because people talk shit, man.
No, I know, but I'm saying what is it that drives you to go do that?
Because you walk in and it's fucking Lil Pump, and he's like, wow, you're gorgeous. Of all the girls in the room, I want you. You're going to tell me that's not going to count for some shit?
I mean, I guess.
I mean, come on, man. Everybody's fucking broken in some way. I mean, everybody is. All I'm trying to say is that's Lil Pump's life. Like, that is his life. And I was realizing, like, what else is this motherfucker going to rap about? He doesn't do anything but fucking do drugs. And he's young. And if I think about what I wanted to do when I was young, it was fuck and do what I could to escape life. I can't say I'd be any better than Lil Pump if I was given the opportunity he was given at his age. As a teenager.
Yeah.
And then what? That porn star fucks him when he turns 18? It's like, this is his life. His life is the type of shit that like the 80s and 90s glorified as the dream guy to be, and then it became uncool this decade. So Lil Pump is the guy that all the old heads wish they could be when they were young.
All right, can we get to his lyrics?
I mean, he's just doing the Lil Pump thing. Smoking on too good, tell a bitch boot out, Lil Pump might go shoot ya, whip up the pot like a Martha Stewart, I got no diploma, but I got a Ruger. Whatever. Gucci Gang, Louis Gang, Boogie Bang, and then it ends. He's selling crack to his landlord. Choppers gave somebody a haircut because he had bullets fly, and they, like, cut the hairs, and it created, oh, fuck, my hat fell off, and it created, a haircut, so it's just ridiculous. Lil Pumpy shit. To give Lil Pump his credit, he does actually contain more lyrics and wit than, people give him credit for. I'm not talking about, again, like Nas, but, like, he also isn't quite designer. So like we got to give Lil Pump his credit. He's totally better than a lot of the Lils and a lot of these guys. He's just also really hard to defend. It was like trying to defend Lil Jon, right? Till the sweat drops from my balls.
You can defend Little John.
You can't intellectually defend that shit.
You can.
So to the window, to the walls, to the sweat drops from my balls.
Okay.
All y'all bitches call like there's nothing being said there, but it was dope.
Nah. Little John is like the hype man of hype mans.
And what did you describe this music as we started
as
it?
hype music?
Therefore,
but I can defend Little John more than
on
I
an
can
intellectual level, you can go through a Lil Jon song, like check it real fast, make it hit the ass, make it wiggle, like honestly, dude, I like a few Lil Jon songs. I like shake it like a song, shake it like a song, shake
but is
it.
it,
Get wild with it, get loose with it,
isn't
like
he
Bruce Bruce.
Hold on, wait. I always thought Little John was like a DJ Khaled. Like he never really had a verse.
He's got a lot of Colin Chant styled verses. All I'm trying to say is it was hype. It was fun.
Fair enough.
In the same way that in the right kind of vibe at the right party, yeah, I could see Lil Pump totally working.
Nice.
I personally am not, like, lyrically this song is not my favorite, but you are kind of, in my opinion, acting like the old head and the regretful hose. But it's kind of pointing out that,
wow,
you are a little bit, you're like, I don't like Lil Pump because he's fucking shitty.
No.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang,
no,
Gucci
but
gang,
like,
Gucci
no,
gang.
because I can't,
because he likes Gucci gang.
I do.
And I know he likes Gucci
like,
gang.
I bumped Gucci Gang, and I've heard Little Pump on other tracks. I even watched the Little Pump interview with J. Cole. I'm not hating. This verse was trash.
That's fine. It's what it is. But here's the thing: is Lil Pump, I think, is taking a very similar approach. These guys that are just spitting whatever comes in their fucking head. They're not trying to be the dopest rappers in the sense of lyricist.
Right.
They're trying to create vibes and flows and energies to almost like kind of curate a party in a sense. Like you're supposed to, like Lil Pump wants his album to be your party soundtrack, not just have a song on your party's playlist, you know? Still, I love the idea that these guys are basically being kind of young. I also like when he goes, the car hold more horses than an Indian skirt. And yeah, I just think it's not like over the top. But I used to be young and stupid. And I remember old heads being jealous of the fact that I was allowed to be young and stupid. And I wonder how much the old heads feel. And again, none of you audience members that I like, we're not talking about you in particular. If you know, just because you might be a real old school dope hip hop head. But like, a lot of people are just, I think, jealous that they're not allowed to go chase girls and get fucked up anymore, and they're probably family men, and I think it's just that, like, their time has passed, and these guys have come in, and now they're fucking all the girls and having a good time with it, and everyone else is like, I'm getting old. And so I wonder how much of it is that, because honestly, if I'm out at a party, I kind of want to listen to this, depending on the vibe I'm in. Not all the time, but like, definitely not hating this in certain environments. So I gave it a 4.35. Like, it's not a good song on an intellectual level, but I vibe to it. I found myself in my chair being like, you know, I got good dope. You know, I smell good dope. And then I scattle onto it. I'm like, I don't care what he's saying, but the vibe's nice. Zaytoven! And then that comes on, and you're like, fuck off, Zaytoven.
I don't have much to say. Truth be told, the song got a 3 on 5.
Oh, it's not.
They can rap. Chief Keef's verse is Chief Keef's verse. I'm not disappointed in his verse. He did what he did. It was kind of the same energy that we got from the last track. It was kind of just the similar type of context. Don't really fuck with me. I'm trying out here, just trying to do my thing. Blah 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 blah. It was hype. It was cool. Hype in a like relaxed type way, because like I don't see him kind of really being in your face on this track. Like he was just, you know, like, yeah, I got good dope. Like it's really, really kind of just like on that relaxing vibe. I had to restart the song at least 5 times before really listening to the Little Pump verse even once. Wow. Because every time he started, it bothered me. Like it just changed. It honestly just changed the song for me. It changed the vibe. It changed the whole cadence of the track. Like it was just weird. And again, I'm saying this as a Little Pump semi-fan. Like, I listened to his new album. I like some of his songs. I like what he does. I still listen to Gucci Gang. It's fucking catchy as hell. But I'm not impressed with this verse. I think I understand the excitement, the loud flashiness of the verse, and I can respect it, but no, this isn't something I'm listening to. This isn't something I even want to listen to at a party. Like, this is the part where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette now.
Oh, that's because you're a little bit of an old head, and maybe you're also just a little bit of a regretful hoe. I'm just having fun with this. Anyway, you don't have to like it, and that's totally fine. I'm actually really surprised I like it. Like, I really am. I also really like punk music for a lot of the reasons I like Chief Keef music. Anyway, why don't we talk about Batman?
Yeah, I'm the Batman. I ain't got no.
So, Mr. Chief Keef is exceptionally good at catchy choruses. Like, young, be up in the trenches, doing shit that they ain't got no business. How I know, yo, I was one of them.
Hey.
Run up on me, I'm up on my... Whatever, I fucked it up. You can't hide from the feds if they're looking for you. Hey, oh, you want your dope, foreman took it from you. Well, yeah, this is fucking fun. Watch how you cock your hot, man. We got the rat-a-tat, man. It's going to be stuck in my head for, like, the next life. Like, it's one of those. It's like, I still, in my head, sometimes go, kiss me, kick it, kiss me, da-da-da-da-da-da, from that E.T. song from Katy Perry and Kanye West. I still have that shit stuck in my head. All these poppy singles with their catchy hooks get stuck in my head. And right up there with the fucking best of them is Batman by Chief Keef, for how good that fucking catchy hook is, melody and wise. And I love how he's not even, like, trying to sing it good or use auto-tune to make it sound dope. He's just unapologetically him, and it's fucking dope. And then, I don't even really 100% know what the fuck this song's about. I mean, punch your ass, black man, splash on your ass to splat, man. I'm the Batman. I ain't got no cape, but call me Gat Man. Yeah, that's a fact, man. Ho like, damn, so you getting fat, man. It's like, okay. And it's just that. And then that chorus comes in.
Bad Man? Could it be like a play on words to be called like Batman?
I think it's more like he's Batman. Like, he comes in the night, and he's like a ninja, and he's Sosa, and he's scary. I don't know. And it just kind of, you get the sense that, like, the situation, he's around a bunch of people to get him, and he's fucking scary, and he's powerful and whatnot. And I could see how, like, if you was going to run up on your enemies, this is a song. But it's just the idea that, like, yo, these youth is being forced into these situations that are doing some bad things, and they're not able to really talk about or do it. And you know how I know? Because I used to be that guy. Now I'm not. And then when you think about it, he's not even 25. And you know what they said about the Chicago, you know, you're not even supposed to live past 25. And he's not even 25 yet. You know, he's 23. And he's like kind of
tripping over
he
that.
sounds like he's got like PTSD, and he's like an OG vet, right? Like he sounds like he's like in his 30s, and he's kind of like seen it all, right?
But I mean, like, that's also a very common topic, though, a lot throughout hip hop. Like, a lot of these rappers, like, they claim
It was just
PTSD.
it's just the idea that like he has all these youth almost looking up to him, but he's still so young. He's, from my perception, he's youth.
Well, I mean,
like, I'm 31.
yeah, I see it.
It's like the age gap between me and him is
there's only
like
2 years between me and him. So I don't really call him you. He's me.
Yeah, but I think you're a kid.
I know that.
I mean, not a kid, but like I finished high school before he started high school. And like Chief Keef's even younger, and it's like, damn, the responsibility and the shit he's had to live through and etc.
But it also
at such a young age, that's some serious shit, man. The fact that he has to be the Batman, the rat-a-tat-tat man.
But like, again, when I was listening to Chief Keef when he was doing all of this as a kid, and that's why I guess that's why I'm not really surprised. Like
it's
to
not
hear
about
him at 20. No, I understand what it's about.
I'm not surprised. I'm surprised at how self-aware and almost sad he sounds that this is still the situation. That he still has to kind of be like this. Like, it almost feels like he's sad about it. He sees what's going on. He lived through it, and look at that, it's still there. You know, everybody's heard about Chicago's situation. You know,
but that's like a little bit of my issue with this song. It's a great track. I like the song. I gave it a 4 on 5. It's a good song. It's just the way he started the chorus, you know, with like the kids in the trenches. I felt like he was gonna give some advice out, like some like movement advice. Whether it's like, yo, you want to be a thug, move like this, move correct, or whatever.
That's the difference between Chief Keef. He's not trying to give you advice.
No, I know,
He's
I know,
talking.
I know, and that's like that's what he does, and I respect him for that. I kind of felt like he was giving off this like, yo, I'm trying to talk about the kids here and blah blah blah, and I felt like he just took it more like, yeah, I acknowledge that there's kids here doing this, and this is why I know this, because I did all this. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, you could have took another track to explain why you know this. Like, for me, it just kind of felt like the way he...
38 albums. He has taken tracks to explain this, I'm certain.
Fair enough.
What I'm trying to say is, this whole song, like, you know, Big Fat Pistol, call him Binky. Up the boys and get beastie. We left off the conversation ceases. My teacher couldn't teach me. I was running through the hall and it wasn't recess. You know, like...
Yeah, you get that rebellious vibe.
You get the sense that shit was really, like, scary and bad for him and, like, dangerous in his life. And that it's almost like this shouldn't happen for 16-year-olds. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I don't know that it's my favorite song on this album. I thought it was catchy. It was kind of what it was. But it's a 4.2. I think it's really well made in the lane of music it is. Chris is like, I don't like it. It's a 2.
No, it's a 4. It's a 4 on 5.
All right. Well, I can tell you one thing. It ain't going to happen.
Tato still retarded. He fried. The day smart.
This song is, like, super real and deep and like fucking sad and shit. Like he's basically justifying why he can't care about much in his life because like so much shit has happened. Like, I want to bring my brother back, but I know it ain't gonna happen. Knew I had to beat a man back when I started trapping. I never give a fuck what they said. Full man told me off what they hid. Surely you don't sleep in their beds, but you surely wasn't raised with their kids. Baby, I'm a shark and they fish. I grew up, had to fill my house with dishes. You know, I'm steady smoking dope in my kitchen. And I'm like, okay, so it's like heavy. It's all pretty regular. Come in here, bow, no witness. Yeah, so it's like, okay, so now people can just walk in and fucking kill you. And, you know, Fredo left me here, you know, it's been cap or die, and then Tato still, he fried, you know, and these are like his local rap peers that have been like literally killed and shit. Or
Capo's dead, Fredo went off and did some other things, and Tato's still around.
Right. So what Chris said, but you know, shit's kind of happened to these people, and like situations are kind of fucked up. I know he mentions just, I think Big Glow is another one that had passed away.
Yeah.
And just in general, you just get all this shit where he's just like he's almost pouring his heart out, like he can't care because of all of this kind of stuff that seems to flow out. It's got this really hard and like pensive kind of deep beat going on, and it's like, as you were saying, well, to me this is like a completely different side of him. Mm-hmm. Like almost like justifying why he kind of is the way that he is because of what he's had to been through. You know, lost my homies and can't get over it, and I put my head on because I'm a big boy, and there's so much cash I had to get, boy. I've been lazy as fuck. I get up and tell myself, ain't no saving this bitch, bringing home shit, baby mama, don't worry about how I'm getting this shit.
Well, hold on, actually, right before you started that line, he goes, he puts obstacles in front of you for you to get over it. I lost my friends, I can't get over it. And then he follows suit with what you said. And I think that, and I just wanted to bring up that line because that in itself is also really powerful in the concept of like, he's talking about, you know, God, I assume he, as in like the big man or whatever, God himself puts obstacles in front of people for us to, you know, overcome, pass through or whatnot. And the biggest obstacle, I guess, you can think of is like, you know, loss of family member or friend or something, or never seeing that person ever again, like permanently knowing that they're dead. And he is like Chief is full on admitting that he just can't deal with it. Like that is what stood out really to me on this track, was the honesty in terms of like, yeah, everything else in my life I've dealt with is really like super hard and dangerous, and I've had to live a certain way and blah blah blah, but like it sounds like he's coming from a way of like how he's kind of cope with all of that. Like, you know, he probably smokes weed or drinks lean or whatever he does, and and kind of copes with his everyday life. But the one thing he's having severe trouble with is the fact that, you know, he's lost people and he doesn't know how to officially cope with that besides not really feeling anything.
Yeah, but it almost like in the context of this album, I think it's just really cool because unlike a lot of other people that you'll listen to talking about a certain lifestyle, I feel like Chief Keef is okay with just he's like okay with his past enough to like share it with you and just express like, I feel like it's honest music. And that's something I really admire about it. It doesn't feel overly glorified. It just feels like this is his reality. And if you think about Lil Pump's reality, you can only imagine Chief Keef's reality is pretty fucking interesting, you know, considering he's young and has everything he has and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I like this one. I give it a 4.5. I was very impressed with this track. I found myself wanting to hear it again. I put it on my playlist on Spotify, and I can't believe I'm saying how much I like this Chief Keef song.
I did enjoy it. It was a little softer than what I'm originally used to, I guess. It was nice. It was nice to see a different side of Chief Keef. But again, like the lyrics are what they are. They're pretty much simple. They're pretty much straightforward. So it was pretty cool. I gave it another 4 on 5. It's good.
All right. The next one happens to be Fast.
Told you pro, you do it so fast. Got the nigga loaded.
I don't know that I have a lot to say about this one. He's trying to get rich. He likes to fuck girls with cellulite is something I learned. It's just a lot of lines and a lot of like kind of just vibes again. It's like he's not bringing a lot to the table in terms of new for me. He's saying shit like, we ain't trying to fucking Twitter beef with you. I like that. He likes to keep it real. He's not into that on the top level shit.
He's trying to keep away the Twitter beef because he's having somebody come over and fuck with him on the down low.
But he keeps it real, keeps it offline, keeps it OG, keeps it like not so snitchy, not so new agey, you know?
Well, I also kind of feel that I get it. I get that. But I also just kind of feel like why are you out here sleeping with people who are taken that you have to hide it?
Because he's a celebrity and they just throw themselves at him. Why are these, on the other hand, why are these girls so willing to sleep with Chief Keef when they have men?
I mean,
it's easy to judge Chief Keef, but on the other hand, I don't know. I can't answer these questions still.
I love how you're trying, though.
I just think it's
not effort.
I just don't care. Like, if he fucks the girl and she fucks him and he wants to keep like this shit on the low, then that's how. If you're down with OPP, that's what it is. There's just very little in this for me to like stick onto and comment in the way I normally would. But the vibe is a da 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 kind of feel to it, and it's just nice. If I'm smashed, I'm feeling it. Regular me, like Liz, I was playing Civilization 6 and I was at war doing some shit. I'm playing it on a hard level, so the militaries are coming at me and I'm fucking blasting with my archers and shit. And like listening to this while playing video games was fun. I don't have much more to add. It's good to listen to from as long as you're not as long as I'm not really thinking about his lyrics, I'm really okay with it. So 4.25.
3.5. It's really hit or miss, this track, and it kind of missed the mark. It didn't really bring nothing much to the table. It was catchy. It was good.
Zaytoven!
A line that I did happen to like was MJ jump shot, let the pull off. Sounds like a rock band when it go off with a white linen color shirt, but I don't golf. The way he said it was really cool. Like, he kind of has like that little, there's like an accent there, and it was cool. Other than that, I'm going to skip the song, so 3.5. He can rap, he's talented, he's on flow. It's not like I'm sitting here going, oh my god, Chief Keef can't rap, blah, blah, blah. No, like, he's doing what he's doing. It's just...
I mean, this song is what it is. It's a vapid, airy, flossy song. I don't really... Like, big trees, no Christmas for the motherfucking swish. Ba, 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 that's the glizz. Make you get to jumping like a glitch.
It is what it is.
I mean, I'm not, like, unhappy with it. It's just better if I don't really offer a huge opinion here. It's fine. It's not meant to be dense. It does its job proper, and it's better than repetitive nonsense. Conceptually, it's repetitive, but, like, he kind of is, like, you gotta really think about it. He's still coming up with new puns, like, big trees, no Christmas, dope. Like, It's not like next level inventive,
Right.
but it's also not as bad as people say. Anyway, the next one is Spy Kids.
Bitch that don't got no hair. I spy a fake ass bubble.
I spy a fucking dinosaur. OMG. Best line in the fucking album. On the album. He spies a hating ass person over there. He spies a lady that don't got no hair. A fake ass Bubble Montclair. So when I clicked on this, it could be, this is again from Genius, could be a diss towards rapper Tekashi 69, who had previously been very vocal and towards his beef and his towards Keef and his associates. Here's a picture wearing a Bubble Montclair jacket taken from a video. I'm like, oh, so he sees a guy with a fake blue jacket, and apparently it could be Tekashi. I don't know. That's a subliminal, I guess. Either way, this song is like him spying all sorts of shifty folk going on. Like this one, I felt like I could talk about it more. Like it had something to say. Like, I spy another op, leave his ass spilled. Made him sign a non-disclosure. Business can't spill. And again, I feel like there's this OG mentality. The things he's saying aren't stupid. They're not. They're worded, they're like not stupid ideas mixed into simple language. And I think people often assume simple language means stupid people, and that's a mistake. He sees girls looking at him, and he's fancy and whatnot. He is breaking the law. He's not Ice-T, who's playing a cop on a TV show, which is a good line. Told that hoe, make that shit spicy. I don't know, it's just fucking nothing. It's silly. Sosa, you high? I might be. Maybe. Sounds like it to me.
Wouldn't be surprised.
But like, I also like it. I like it. I don't know why I fucking like this shit.
Because it's hype. And the beat is hype. Zaytoven did a good job on the beat.
Zaytoven!
Chief Keef has a nice little flow with it. He sticks to it.
And then there's that weird, like, fadey, wavy, mixy sound that comes in through it in the second verse. Like, it's so aimless, but it's so good. So I don't know, man. It's another 4.25.
It's a 4.
I got nothing else to say because Chief Keef and I already said what I have to say. And you know what, Chris? You know what? F what the Opp Said.
Carnival trying to win me a price. When am I doing? Bought me some ice, so I ain't even.
You know what this reminded me a bit of? Crept down the block, made it right. You know, like that Drake verse off of Astro World? Like, slept like a light. Anyway, but like Chief Keef's actually kind of sound fly and shit. Anyway, Drake did a very innocuous verse there. But this was an interesting song in the sense that the beat is so fucking cool. Zaytoven did a pretty fucking good job with that outro and the way it just kind of flows with the O's. Like it's like a good minute of like just beat playing, and it's like really strong. And
yeah, I do enjoy that break though. I did kind of enjoy that like minute of just beat playing and giving like Zaytoven the chance to like produce and kind of like the DJ cuts we used to listen and stuff. So that was really cool.
Otherwise, the song is in the same vein as, I don't know what I can comment on here that won't make me sound a bit like a broken record.
I do.
Bitch ass flashing with the Canon lens. Okay, so he's, got it, whatever. I don't know why I just fumbled there. But it's because he got camera, guns and shit. I don't know, man.
Here,
Holes in the
to
kitchen
simplify
with the pots and pans. God damn. Fuck it, squeeze his top. Click clock, tick 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 tock. Man, your girl a bit bop. You know how we rock. Fuck is you talking about? Better go get your guap. Stay away from them cops, bitch. We been hot. Got some Uzis and some Glocks for the block. Oh, you lift up but don't come down. We at your top. I mean, that's a big part of the song.
To simplify, this entire song is basically a snitch person. That's that shit I don't like. And then he validates why the ops are basically talking shit.
And then he describes how much he dislikes them, what they're going to happen with them, with the tickety-tockety gun blast sounds.
Yep.
Look, to me, it's totally fine. He is the same dude that stole your bike. And recently, K Reno's bike was stolen. Is there a connection between Chief Keef and K Reno? I don't even know.
You heard it here first, guys, on the Headspace podcast. We finding beef between K Reno and Chief Keef.
No, that's what Chris is saying.
I'm joking. This isn't real.
All I'm trying to say is this was fun. Again, I don't think it's overly deep, but I think Chief Keef had me entertained, and I was kind of like, this is great music for when you don't want to get distracted. Like we were just listening to Dave, talking about Dave the rapper. You can't focus on anything when you're listening to Leslie. That's 11 minutes of I just lost 11 minutes focused. On the other hand, I can listen to a whole Chief Keef album and get shit done. So like you just gotta understand time and place of music and shit. So I like this
So when I'm cleaning my house, I'll put on Chief Keef.
Yeah, man, it's some great background headbanging music is literally what I wrote in my notes.
Yo,
Like for real, I don't care what he says, but I want to keep listening. I know this is real because him going whoa on the outro is still flatting me. Those are all of my notes on this song. 4.25, fucking great track.
3.5. It's a hit or miss.
Chris is fucking petty.
Going on my phone, told you I'm working. No, you
This one is kind of like about a girl that doesn't trust him. Though he might still actually be cheating and fucking other hoes. But still he doesn't trust her. And he's in the lab drinking lean and not working. And she sounds paranoid.
So done.
That's what I took from this song.
Yeah, he basically calls her, in the chorus, he basically calls her petty because,
For
yeah,
believing,
I'm fucking hoes. Why are you so scared? That's essentially what he says. He starts the first line of the chorus going, yeah, so I'm fucking hoes.
I
But
know
why are
I'd
you
be
being
fucking
so
hoes.
petty?
You need me, then let me know. It's cool if you let me go. I know I'd be lying, but nah. Talking about a bitch from Tokyo. She don't even know me though. Told you I'm working. Bang bang. You don't believe me. You petty A. You petty A. You petty. You don't believe me.
I mean, I can understand the concept of him wanting, like, loyalty, absolute loyalty, full trust and respect, and like kind of like, you know, don't be worried about me, like as long as you got me and I got you, we kind of good. Like I get that, but it's hard to validate that when you openly admit to the actions you're doing, and then yeah.
I mean, on the one hand, I guess if Chief Keef is with you and you're with a guy like him and he's saying you have nothing to worry about, I'm gonna fuck these hoes, but you're still the main one. I like you're with him. Or maybe he's saying he's just not interested in thirsty girls and you think that about them. Honestly, I don't care that much about Chief Keef and his girls. And I think that's my biggest problem with this subject matter. It could be about whatever. I don't care. It's just got a nice vibe to it. And pretty much everything I've said so far on this project counts here. Good vibe. I'm not really sure I care a lot about his lyrics because when I think about it, I'm like, yo, honestly, it's just like, what is this song about? Nothing. I mean, it's sort of about the girl is basically he's mad he can't have his cake and eat it too. Like that sounds a little bit what it's like.
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, I guess in his life he probably can have his cake and eat it too because he's young and rich and he could probably find a bunch of other girls to easily replace this girl. So understand your role and don't be fucking petty. Fine, whatever. 4.25. I don't care about the concept of the song, but outside of the Zaytoven tag, it's pretty fucking like decent of a song.
3.
It's decent of a song, you know. It's all right.
It's okay. It's very neutral. Anyway, I'll get to that at the end.
Blam blam, hand. I can't do it. This chorus was the moment where I'm like, what?
He's laughing.
Blam blam.
He's laughing.
Him. Hand.
No, but it's not hand. It's ha.
Oh, it's so bad.
Like it's like
sorry.
a kid. It's literally as if Little Pump was fucking laughing at you.
It's just what it is. I be lovely. That's all I need. I don't need the words. Hey, little baby, stop it.
Listen, he clarifies it in the chorus. Blam blam, him, ha. That is what he's doing in some auto-tuning exaggerate way.
It's just, I don't know. But the beat's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, the beat's fire.
Zaytoven! Fucking doing his tag right at the beginning. I'm sorry, but that tag is shit. It's a bad tag. And then the verse, like, she thinks she classy, but she dusty. I'm like, that's funny. That's a funny way to, like, call somebody not classy. Like, you're fucking dusty. Like, my fucking wall here, I need some delinting. She thinks she poppin', but she busted. She be on that thought shit. LV on my luggage. It's just, like, that flow, though, is, like, I'm in my apartment. We're recording podcasts. This is inside this room. bad shrooms. That's that shit I don't like. I just wanted to change it up. I don't know, man. I thought it was fucking fun. But this might be my least favorite song, just because the chorus is so. Like, if you guys love it, I get it. I can see why you might like this. I'm giving this a 4.
I like his animated nature. Like, it's nice. I like how he's having fun with it. But this song got a 3, dude. He kills me on the chorus. Like, there. I don't know. He could have. Anyway, whatever. I have nothing to say. The song's okay. It's pretty much. I don't want to say generic because not everybody can do what Chief Keef can do. So I'm gonna give him that credit and I'm gonna give him his respect. But no, there's just other songs from you that I will go listen to before I listen to this.
Fair enough. All right, the next one is called Posse.
Look, hacking ass bitch with a whistle. Chopper 808 bitch, no sizzle. Come through for.
All right, I don't care who you are. If you're doing some boring shit and you want to feel like a fake gangster, not the real gangster, guys. I'm talking about to my white peoples out there who want to feel fake. Like my corny ass office workers. What? Yo, that shit, man. Throw you in there with the fishes. Me and my killers in your house. We standing in your kitchen. Do the dishes with your face, little pussy.
It's like
using drag tool my long ass chopper. Knock over, spill ya. Mud up in my liver.
Guys,
green up in my pocket.
It's so much funnier because I know he's overdoing it. I know he can spit it like a real G.
Nah, that's what I hear. That's the attitude here. It's like, I don't care if you like me. Go ahead and go fuck yourself. Cause I'm fucking Chief Keef here. I'll literally kill you. And I'll describe it really savagely. Cause I've seen some savage things. I'm like, this is pretty good. It's not next level. It's pretty fucking good though. He's got a 45 auto, super faucet, 30 shot you and your posse. That's how we got the name of this. Cause he's fucking gonna kill all y'all. I mean, what am I supposed to say? If you want to feel a little bit gangster and you're not, this is the music for you. I also bet that a lot of the OG types and the people really living it can relate to a lot of this shit.
Right, of course.
Since I can't relate to this shit, I can tell you this shit makes doing dishes and taking showers hella hard. I'm not even lying. And that's the truth, man. I told you, suburban moms and shit give Chief Keef their fucking money. Oh yeah, that fucking song there. Anyway. It's just that's what it is, man. Start like Scud Dusker. I got the Ripper, and I won't hesitate to rip you. Start writing, you'll see that. Like, what is it? It's just savage. Chop the 808, bitch, no scissors. Come through with no more, no Metro. I'm like, okay.
I just picture you going, got these kids in the trenches as you're like cleaning the dishes.
Yeah, man, this is the music. This dishes music to me. Like when you gotta
shoot you in your posse, clean your dishes.
Yes,
all the dirty
perfect
bacteria.
time for that shit. Anyway, and then he goes on through, and it's fine. The girl likes Ciroc. Only thing he runs from is narcs. That's fair. I'd run from narcs too. They're assholes. Anyway, this song is fucking fun, man. I don't know if it's good or bad, really, in the grand scheme of things, but it's another one I really enjoyed, so I'm giving it another 4.25. It's venomous. It's aggressive. It's so hazy. It's mumbly, but I understood every word.
It's a 4. It is not no 4.25.
That's fine, Chris. Your opinion is you're a ham blam blam. Anyway, motherfucker, watch yourself before you sneeze.
If you're looking for me, I'm probably in New Orleans with them 504 boys. No.
Like a thotty on her period, I'll make you bleed. I have a question. How? I guess because the thotty is bleeding, and so he's saying that like his violence will make you bleed.
Well, okay, so
or is he
if
fucking
you
girls?
If you really want to go on to it,
is he fucking girls on the period?
Well, when you're on your period, it has to do with the vagina, aka a pussy.
I know all about periods, man. Endometrium's flushing out.
He's basically calling the other dude a pussy, and that he's gonna kill him.
Like a thotty on her period, I make a bleed.
Yes. Now just add pussy before the. I make a pussy bleed. like the way I'm understanding it is he's interpolating in his way that he's calling.
I just figured that those girls were bleeding at that time, so he in his viciousness makes people bleed.
Sure.
Still, it's a great line. It's so fucking weird. Do this shit for cap and blood, throwing C's, throwing B's, have this Glock up and bless you like he cares about your sneeze. It's true. The Glock up doesn't care about your sneeze. He might be blessing you, but he don't care. He's just shooting you in the fucking face. It's got good lines like pulled up in that ugly thing and got teeth on it. They like, what the fuck's a feature? Ain't got Keef on it. I'd never thought that before, but I suppose the next time I review an album, if Keef's not on it, I'm going to be like, what the fuck's a feature? Keef's not there, man. I know I sound a little bit like I'm trolling and talking shit, but it's a little bit funny, all things considered, because he's just so with it. Like, lift this chopper like some weights. I ain't bench pressing. Go FNH, hit the club up. I got a Smith & Wesson. I don't really like Smith & Wesson. I got a Glock, boy. I was like, what was the point of bringing it up in the first place?
Because Smith & Wesson is a gun, and Smith & Wesson is a rapper or a group artist. So I'm in the club with a Smith & Wesson. Fuck it, I don't even like Smith & Wesson. I got a Glock boy. And
Sure.
I'm pretty sure if you look up Glock boy, that's some other person, or he's play on words with Glock and whatever.
Fine. I got plenty
Yo,
B-roll
knowledge.
like a cameraman Diddy bopping in the party. That's Keith Hammer Dance. It's just fucking funny. It's not funny in a bad way. It's just he's kind of ridiculous to me. Anyway, I enjoyed it. Chocolate Chopper for me think it's vanilla.
Okay.
I like it. Again, same kind of feel to it. It's pretty good energy, but like kind of better. Like it's like a step up. Like this could be like a single on the album level compared to the rest of it.
Yeah.
Fucking fire to me. It's enjoyable. Great energies. 4.5 on 5. It's a fucking good song for like the kind of, I want to like rile myself up, man.
Yeah.
Wash your dishes in the kitchen, make it fucking harder. When you on the bus, want to feel like a gangster. Anyway, this is for your entertainment, people.
Yeah, clearly. So, I gave it a 3.7. I mean, it's pretty hard hitting. It's pretty dope. It's just at this point, and like, I don't know. It's all kind of blending to me at the same point. At this point, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I understand that he's probably talking about different topics. He's probably bringing up like, different things.
I got.
No, I didn't give up. It's
giving up.
I've listened to it 3-4 times and came to the conclusion of you're just gonna rob me, kill me, and fuck my bitch. All right.
Well, I found more than that. In fact, I that's fine. You know what? I got 6 words for you. Blam blam, him, ha. Listen. What can I say? Zaytoven.
What can I say? Phone them out here getting it.
What can I say? Chief Keef is out there living his best life and doing all the things he enjoys, including fucking girls and sipping drinks, and he's got hoes in his face. He got the sex. He does not play. He'll treat you like trash, dumping away. Clark Kent up and away. I get the pussy and I get the face. I get the cheese and I get the cake. What can I say? What can I say? What can I say? What can I say? I mean, it's true. If all these things are happening to him, I mean, well, like, what else can he say? That's him. He basically pioneered a whole weird genre of rap old heads can't stand now. And then he drops some lines like, what can I say? These bitches, they ain't shit. Bye, Felicia, like Craig and Day Day, bitch. It comes to 10,000 from my shoes to my feet. You know I smoke a lot of loud from all the star you smell in my piss. Okay. I know it makes sense to y'all. To me, it's like, that bitch had a go, because to me, she smells like shit. I'm like, all right. I mean, you just said anything, man. You just doing it, and I respect that shit. Walk in the club reeking, yeah, I'm smelling like a pound. You ain't getting money. You ain't never count 500,000. What can I say? What can I say? And at the end of the day, he does his shit. He's like a pimp. He's rubbing that pussy. He's getting fly, finna head out. Need a massage, don't give a fuck. Bitch in my tub, I'm not a scrub. She got the bubs, and that actually works because the rubber tub in my... I'm like, fucking Chief Keef is doing it, man. He likes the bucks, and when he says bubs, bitch, I'm talking about bubbles. She want me to stick her because I'm sharp like an arrow. And then I was like, damn, can you imagine It's like imagine having an arrowhead fucking a
No,
pussy.
I'm not.
Well, he made me think of it, so now you have to think of it. That's what. Anyway, this is all
I
right.
hate you.
This song's a 4.35. I enjoy listening to it. I think it's above average. It's got this fucking weird, slowy energy
Wait,
shit.
you gave this a 4.35?
Yeah, I liked it.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, also, I noticed all the songs on this album just stop abruptly. Like, there's no, like,
Really? I only
targeted
noticed, like,
end.
the last three.
No, all
last
of them.
3 or 4.
Just, like, mid, just stops. Like, we're done. Okay, cut it. Like, no end. Like, a lot of songs will, like, end. There's, like, a last note. It's cut. No, it just cuts. Almost all of them. Anyway, 4.35.
It's okay. It's a good song. It's a 3.6 for me because the repetitiveness of him going, "What can I say?" just kind of irritated me.
What can I say? What can I say?
I get it. What can you say? You're
Zaytoven!
basically just doing what you're doing. You're out here. You're living your best life. Which, you know what? You're young. You're having fun. Do it. Total condemn that. Do what you got to do. I don't know. I guess this is another. Again, this is another hit or miss. I think that if I was in the right mindset, you know, maybe if I was drinking a little bit or something, maybe I'd enjoy this a little bit more. But this isn't, like, I wouldn't go play this. I would not go play this at any point. I'd probably go into Spy Kid first, just because that's probably, like, one of the better tracks I liked on the song, on the album. So, anyway, 3.6.
All right, fair enough. That's the end of this album review where we discussed Chief Keef. This shit's like a 4.25-ish for me. I just, if I'm in the mood to, like, listen to some veg out, not really thinking music, his flows, he's tight. It's like there's actually stuff to learn from Chief Keef from how he delivers his music. His hooks are absolutely really good. Like, they're really good hooks. Like, we've heard a lot of shit hooks. Even if you're not the biggest fan of the way he goes, what can I say? What can I say? The way he does it in that rushed way. The way he just manages to hit every song like a fucking punk act who gives zero fucks. There's this vibe and this energy where I feel like he truthfully captures this youthful passion in a really subdued, weird way. Like, this is a guy who's been through some shit. At 23, has released 38 projects and has managed to do quite a lot. So, like, I look at it like, you're going to get probably on all the Chief Keef projects what you're going to get. Chief Keef being Chief Keef. But if we really think about music, Chief Keef gave us, like, a lot of energy. Mm-hmm. Like, an energy that a lot of people stole and did a lot with that kind of, like, isn't as good. Like that Mo Bamba song. That dude's just like a little bad Chief Keef.
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, like, even 6ix9ine could be like a really bad Chief Keef. A lot of the drill, trappier music from all the littles, they're basically just another Chief Keef, just in a different type of way. There's a I forgot it now, but there's a video where they're comparing Chief Keef to like all the new Lils, and they're basically explaining like how he is the pioneer of what they do,
which makes a lot of sense. And he kind of, like, I feel like it's like a lot of people are either ripping off Lil Wayne or Chief Keef in that vein. So I like it, like even that bang 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 bang, I'm a gorilla and I'm like, I don't know, man, that shit's fucking fire to me. Bonnie hates the song now, but I'm really into it. I liked it. I think it's definitely not something I'd recommend to most people, but I totally think it has a lot more value than most people think.
I gave the album a 3.6 overall. It's not a bad album, and this is what I'm going to say. I'm not referring this to somebody as a first listen, in my opinion. What I would want people to do if they were coming to me for like a Chief Keef thing, I would be like, go back and listen to like the songs that I started with. Go back and look at his discography and kind of really get to know who Chief Keef is before listening to this. Only because a little bit of my issue is that, again, a lot of the music I listened to from Chief Keef, even if it was selected or anything like selective or anything like that, it's a lot of the drill, trappy, banger music, more heavy, aggressive. I'm not saying there wasn't that in this album. It just, this album had a lot more of like, it was heavy and aggressive, but just there's also like positivity. There was some type of like there was different sounds. It didn't really have that like not a lot of the song, not all the songs had that like gang feel to it, but you still like when he was speaking and rapping, like you got that feel, like yeah, no, Chief Keef is Chief Keef. Like he'll come up with you and shoot you and do all this shit.
How many of his 38 albums have you listened to?
No, that's what I'm saying. I've only really listened to a lot of like the singles and the hard trapping singles when I was growing up.
You know, there's gonna be
'Cause
somebody out there that's gonna be like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about.
No, and I know I don't. That's why I'm saying like I that's what I'm saying. Like I cannot tell any. I would not.
I'm gonna say that this is the first Chief Keef album I listened to. I didn't even listen to the guy at all before this. This album might not be the best example of his work, but it's a pretty solid album.
Pretty much.
Anyway, Chris thinks you should listen to his old shit if you like that aggressive shit more, and he gets more aggressive. All right, perfect. Thank y'all for watching. Totally appreciate you being here with us. It really, really means the world. Feel free to leave in the comments anything that you want related to Chief Keef, Sosa, the review, your thoughts on us, the album, all sorts of shit. What Chief Keef albums do you think are the best? Do you think Chris is right and you should ignore Zaytoven or GloToven and fuck Zaytoven's fucking ass tag? Ignore GloToven and do like the old shit. Anyway, so yeah, let us know what you think for sure. If you do make a comment, I promise I'll answer you. And special thanks to the patrons: Ismail Gadamsi, Chris Prado, Super Old School 1994, Linda Williams, Carl J. It's what we do. It's fucking dope. They have to get a new camera. They're trying to help us turn this into something powerful so we can, quit jobs and review 3 times as many albums and really make this magical and get, like, maybe even hire a researcher to tell us when we're fucking assholes and stupid. That would be dope. Anyway, thank y'all for being a part of it. Because they joined us, they get to request certain albums and shit to, like, force our hands, and we'll actually be doing more and more Patreon-driven requests as time goes on. If you're not down for that, feel free to hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, show some love, leave a comment. I also dropped a project recently. You can find my music on this channel, on Spotify and Bandcamp and shit. You can find our links down below. Let me know what you think. Thank y'all for being fucking amazing. Holla at you the next time. Peace.